Salem. We just got done touring the Monster Museum here in Salem, Massachusetts with John Denley. Well, I learned the difference between a wraith, demon, a zombie, a ghoul, a banshee. I didn't know there was like all these differences, but I learned them in there.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic. So anyway, now we're going to go into John Denley's other haunted house. He's going to give us a tour of an actorless haunted house, like meaning no actors, just animations. And we're going to go find John Denley right now and go right through it. We are back again with John Denley.
We're going to go through which mansion? We're walking on Essex Street in Salem. You can see there's a lot of people on the street right now. This is the epicenter from Thursday all the way through Sunday. Tens of thousands of people fill the streets. Can't move. There's street performers all over the place. There's vendors, there's carts from all over the world. And they book their hotel rooms 2 years in advance because they're sold out. People just come here to experience it. You see the most amazing. Some people will take a year making their costume. And it's amazing when people watch the people that come to the town, all for different reasons. Some just to see other people, others to go in wild, eclectic shops like this.
Yeah, I noticed there was like a witch photography studio.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where you could dress up as a witch and take a photo.
Yeah, you can do that. You can have your aura photographed. You could have a psychic reading. You can go into a haunted house, haunted museum. You could go learn about history. You could take trolley rides around the town.
When people think of witches, they think of Salem.
Instantly, they think of Salem.
And when you think of Halloween, you think of witches.
Yeah, and when you think of Halloween, a lot of people think of Salem.
And Hocus Pocus was partially filmed here.
Partially filmed here, up in the town hall, which I can actually show you. I'll take you up there, and we can actually show you the building where the big dance scene was filmed.
And when there are houses here as well.
Yep, there's a house that's more in Peabody. That's actually a residence, and they're begging people like, please leave these people alone. That's their house. So.
But you know, I remember being here.
Down the end of the street, there is the bewitched statue.
But
there's the statue of.
Did you have the cauldron from?
I had the giant cauldron from.
That's a whole story.
Black Cauldron.
Yeah. From the Black Cauldron, because Disney did
They shot fireworks out of it, and I said, how much more for that cauldron? And they wouldn't sell it to me at first. And then they found there was homeless people living like underneath it, and then they let homeless people anyway. I'm just saying they finally found it was like something they didn't want to hold on to. So definitely, I made an offer, and we had to actually roll the cauldron down Derby Street, the entire thing, only to find out that it would not fit in the door of our haunted house. So we had to cut it in half, sawzall it in half, and then redo it.
And it wasn't in front of another haunted house?
It wasn't in front of another haunted house.
And then didn't they say, hey, is the cauldron coming back?
Well, kind of like Branch Street. We took it back to our shop. We were hoping we just took it back to the shop to fix it up and bring it back like Little Cindy Lou,
Yeah. So where are we at now? We're at the Witch Mansion Haunted House. So can we go on in?
Of course we can go in. And,
all right.
Here, like I said, strategically located. The Peabody Essex Museum is right over there. The visitor center is right over there. The trolley is on the other side. The parking garage is also attached. So this is right where people kind of.
You're kind of right in the middle.
Oh yeah. And this used to be a Harley Davidson shop.
Harley Davidson.
And I jumped right on. It's one of the best business decisions ever. So it definitely works. And come out the back door, right to the museum.
Which one is your favorite?
Which one is my favorite?
Out of the two.
So you being funny with the which one is my favorite?
Yeah, which one?
I would have to say, even though I'm a haunted house guy at heart, I love the museum only because I get to show off some of my scenic skills, and also I love monsters more than anything, all kinds of monsters. And I get to show all different types of monsters in good theatrical lighting. I haunted houses for so long, it was kind of nice to go back to my origins where I had the first monster museum in Salem, the Salem Museum of Myths and Monsters. So it's I've come full circle.
A lot of those props did not come from Transworld.
No.
Is this haunt here more like props from Transworld?
There's a few, but again, there's still a lot of blood, sweat, and tears here. There's many different generations of props. But a lot of it is still hand detailed, old school, the way I like it.
When you go to Transworld, do you look for stuff for your Monster Museum, or more so for the Witch Mansion?
For the Monster Museum, but it's very limited because I'm more like one-off type of stuff. So my house is full of one-off stuff, so I have enough for 4 more museums.
Do you still have the Godzilla suit?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Oh man, you need to sell it to me.
I cannot. I have so many rare artifacts in my house to the point that even at Christmas, I tried switching out the star on top of my tree with one of the piranhas, fish from the movie Piranha. But my wife caught on really quick to that and switched it right back.
A lot of those old BP animations and the ones Eric Prinz did and all that, you were the voice of all of them.
Voice of all. We went in, took a look at their line, didn't like the sculpting. Had Jeff Wihinkle from Gag Studios.
Yeah, I remember
All
Gag
brand new
Studios.
faces.
Yeah.
We had him sculpt the little gargoyle guy. We had him sculpt the door knocker. And came up with a whole new line, a dead line. I did all the voices and the costume.
But do you still have any?
Of course, I have most of them.
Where are they at?
Matter of fact, you might find one of them in here.
Oh, let's go see.
Oh yeah. Come right in. So here, people will buy their ticket. This light was the COVID light. So it would go green when you could go in, and people would stand on different spots. Red when you had to stop, so that we could put the placement between the groups. So we were the only attraction in Salem equipped with the super COVID light.
A lot of the attractions in Salem got closed down, like the haunts, and you came up with a way around it.
Yeah, we were not a live performance venue. We animated the entire attraction, and therefore we were not a live performance venue. So everybody, all the way from the governor to everything, tried to stop us, but we complied. Had great distance between the groups. We fully animated. We had no live performers, so we were very careful. We were the only haunted attraction that got open in the city of Salem in October.
Was it busy?
It was insane.
It was super busy.
Yeah, because even if they shut off, they wouldn't let the subway cars stop here. People would just go to the next stop and Uber back. If a volcano went off, and people would still come to Salem and Halloween.
Did you have actors?
Yes.
But now you've just found that it's better.
Some of the animatronics and the speeds that some of them can go at do things that actors can't do. We have a lot of people that actually are they're live people, and we go, nope, there's no live, and it's the selling point actually. They're like, oh yes, there's no live people. Nope. So no one will touch you or chase you. And like, okay, well, we'll do it.
It's a good point, and I'll say that, hey, like some of the actors will hate you saying that.
Sure,
but
and I believe me, we had some of the best actors. When I turned them over, some of the best actors that will ever be in the haunted house industry. And I was one of them. I was there every night running my own show. So I know what it's like to be in the trenches and do it. My show every day.
That there's other haunts, like that allow people to get touched and stuff. Now they say, oh, our customers love it. I said, well, how many people are you doing? We're doing very few. Well, that's because most people don't like it.
They don't like it.
But you're 100% right. There's people who don't want live actors.
Yep.
They feel safer.
That is a selling point at this point.
And you're kind of in a touristy kind of space. They are looking for Halloween, but they might not be looking for live actors.
Kids,
and you're in the middle, and it makes it better, probably.
It's family oriented, so we're not the super gory type of haunt. We're more of the family one, but it's what sells here.
Well, let's go check it out. You want to give us a tour?
Absolutely.
Has anybody died today in here?
I think we've only lost maybe one.
Only one from heart attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
1.5. I think we mopped the other one up, didn't we?
Oh. Yeah.
And once again, there's no fog, right?
No fault.
Welcome, thrill seekers. For you are about to experience Salem's Witch
And
Mansion.
there's the first one, right off the bat. That is an animation from the 1990s, right?
Yeah.
And you still have it.
I have plenty of them in storage that people keep saying, please
Dude.
sell it to me. And I'm like, I will not.
Dude, I would say, would you sell that to me as well? That thing is awesome.
And in here, there's something that I was bored one day. I just took a bunch of the little tiny shot cups that they sell, little plastic ones you can get online. Made some prop just with
And you got a Gag Studios.
gags, yeah. So you're coming through here. People absolutely, even though it's lit well, so they know which way to go. People, the second they get here, go, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. There's only one way to go. But that's why we added the lanterns, because we say follow the lanterns. So
That's
of course,
clever.
there's still plenty of scares that go off. We just had the mostly go off automatically. I can start him, and then I can also give a big, air blast. So there's plenty of that type of stuff in here too. So it's still the startle scares as well.
I like the idea of the lanterns.
Oh yeah, people follow the lanterns because I don't want bottlenecks. Now, if you remember the old anthology Black Sabbath with Boris Karloff, this is the old Gypsy Woman, courtesy of Dr. Lady.
I love Dr. Lady.
Dr. Lady is classic. Who could not love Dr. Lady?
Have you seen any of those old Haunt World movies get uploaded to YouTube?
Of course. Now Dr. John. But we have animations coming from different directions. Of course, some digital decor and things like this. But the whole thing is trying to stay away from just flat walls, which I hate. I like you to walk under things and through things and around different shapes and architecture and this week we've got animations coming from above. And this absolutely horrifies me. Well, hit the ground. That little loop of bone, underground corridor there. We used to have an endless loop. I could throw a switch, and a wall would move, and people would just keep people in there. And their friends would come out, and then 5 minutes later we'd let their friends out.
You're trapped in there forever.
Yeah, in the slow days of the summer. So now we do too many people to do that, but it was a fun thing to do at the time. Little crazy little old-fashioned things like start the thing in. There's a real old. Yeah, who made that? Distortion back in the early days. A lot of real animal bones, things like this. So I still like the old-fashioned detail. For you to walk, be able to walk.
So John, every once in a while, you get in here and scare people yourself?
Yeah, you still can't resist the urge. Especially when people come by. We have a few recesses here.
Yeah, I noticed.
Actually, we're just keeping the thermostat. But it's a great place to just jump out if groupers come by and come flying out at them. We have the old clock back there from back in the early 90s. Another animation here that we have turned off right now because it's a little too intense for the families. Just a different audience here. As you recognize, some very familiar. A lot of air cannons that are animated. Evil nuns and things like this. And most of the time people come running out the back door.
And then they're right there.
They're right there. So
Back
half
to-
the time they come out, they get their hands on their knees, and they do this thing. But oh my God, the one that I'm right there to go, hey, at the Mover Monster Museum.
Yeah, you go, head on over to the Monster Museum.
Another Monster Museum.
That's more of like, you're trying to get a scare. And then over there, you're trying to do like, kind of like be a museum. Because really, when you think about it, Salem is just a series of museums.
We don't pretend to be historical at all. The whole thing that our secret is we're trying to just be the place they go to have the fun alternative. We're the place that the field trips are calling up, going like, hey, we already got this book, we've got this attraction book, but they also want to do something fun. I'm that guy. We're here to be a fun thing to go to. The kids are like, when they see the big reading news words and stuff like that, they're like, that's what we expected. That's what we thought. I mean, there's great history here. You can learn a lot about Salem's history. None of this would be possible without it, so it can't be disregarded. But there's everything in town here that you can possibly imagine, especially in October. And the place becomes alive and a little more magic. And the people themselves add to it because they're all in costume, they're all dressed up. Back when I had actors in there, I couldn't even tell who worked for me anymore.
So down the road, you plan on opening another attraction, I guess?
Yeah, there's a top secret attraction in progress right now that is going to, I think.
Is there escape rooms in Salem or no?
I had escape rooms here for years, again, but they require, if I'm there, things run smoothly, but I also found that they need to be watched. And I get people who want to play on their phone instead of watch the escape room. So I'm usually flying, I'm in the Netherlands and Germany, I'm building escape rooms for other people all over the world, so I can't build them and run them at the same time. I had to choose.
Well, thanks for the tour, John.
Absolutely.
And man, I encourage anybody to come on down to Salem, right? Isn't that about right, Patty?
Yeah, check out the nuns and haunted house.
We want to thank John Denley for giving us a tour of an actorless haunted house. And I think that we have to stress that. An actorless haunted house.
Plenty of special effects though.
With lots of scares. And you know, the funny thing is when people come to these towns, like haunted house owners probably would think that would never work. Yeah, well, you're not in a tourist town. And there's a difference between a haunted house and a tourist town and a haunted house and a local market. You expect different things. Most people in tourist towns don't want to do haunted houses if they're going to be touched, mangled, or there's live actors. You know, I get people even in my escape room say, hey, you don't have live actors in there, do you? Because we don't want to play it. So whenever you're in a tourist town, you run the attractions much, much differently than you would if you were, say, in downtown Boston, for example, in a 20,000 square foot warehouse. We went in there and people were screaming in there, okay? And there's no actors. Like I'm sitting here thinking, my head's spinning right now. Okay, no actors, and people are screaming, okay? This is something to think about. All right, well, thanks a lot, and make sure you go to haunworld.com to find haunted houses near you. Once again, thanks to John Denley. Come down to Salem. Until next time, just like the channel because we're gonna do more behind the screens video.
For scary videos and more, subscribe to our YouTube page, huntworld.com.